interview yesterday with a woman called Alicia Fuente. She's one of those, transformation coach, helping women to get more confident in workplaces, or any woman's looking for a job, or women that are just working from home, just to have more opportunity and potential in the future, so we can get more headstrong and maintain a good attitude, learn to raise your voice, all of this. So we discuss those topics, and I also have notes if anyone's interested. So I'm going to play it now. I'm going to try to stay still, so I'll be able to
This meeting is being recorded.
So please enjoy and share, and also you can find her on YouTube, and she has a free group.
Hi, Vanessa.
And everybody, you can comment on here too.
Me?
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes, I am, and I'm seeing you now.
Mine looks better, it looks more professional.
Yes. and your hair looks very nice.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, we are live, we are recording. So Alicia Fuente, you're a business entrepreneur, woman that likes to make hardworking women confident, right? That's your goal, but transforming their life into a more joyful place. So tell me more about that, and then we can talk more about, the dilemma between, the stress, the work, and women's like joining force together,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's thanks for that, Vanessa. You're correct. So I actually started my business with the aim of really being able to help working professional women build rock solid confidence and work-life harmony. And I would say the real reason behind it was because for 28 years as a corporate professional, I would say that I lacked confidence. I thought that I had confidence, and people would say to me that I come across in a confident way, but deep inside, I felt like most times I felt like I was just this wallflower, and I would tend to be very nervous about sharing my ideas and my opinions, so that only later in my career did I develop that sort of rock solid confidence and was able to speak up and to stand out in the way that I wanted to. So
when would you say that happened for you? When did you actually feel the switch? When
very good question.
That you were building that confidence.
Yeah, very good question. I would say literally that switch took place in around maybe 2016. And that was far along my journey. At that point, I was a manager, and I had moved based on assignment. I moved to Egypt for my job, and during that period, I really had to dig in deep, and I had to find my voice, essentially, because I was in a very male-dominated environment in Egypt, and as the only woman in the project team, I had to find a way to be heard,
Yes. So that's a very good challenge for you to overcome this. Yeah, I can see how it really helped you.
Yes.
So yeah, go ahead. You're saying so you really had to
so I
together because they listen to.
Yes, because in Egypt, the women are very, very much subservient. The ones who are working are a bit more liberated in that sense, but they still tend to be shy and to put their opinions on the table. And when I got there, I think the expectation was that I would also be the same, so that I would be in meetings and no one would really ask my opinion of anything. If I tried to give feedback, give comments, it it was not taken on board seriously. So I realized that I had to sort of step out of my comfort zone and I needed to be firmer and more assertive. Normally I would speak and I'll speak very quiet. But over there I had to like raise my voice, literally, raise the voice and raise the energy level. And in doing that, I think, I recognize that it's not that anyone never wanted to listen to me before, but it was actually because I was playing it very small. I thought that I needed to be this coy, um, quiet person and be respectful in that sense, not
Yeah.
realizing that if I asserted more, if I raised the volume of my voice a bit more, people would actually pay attention. They would take notice. So
Yeah.
that's what did it for me there, and I think it helped being an expat there because people naturally sort of looked at you. They wanted to hear what I had to say. So that really boosted my confidence. So by the time I got back to Trinidad, um, I think many people were surprised because when I left Trinidad, I was very quiet, the person who would just stay in the background, would not really say anything. And now I became, I returned being this person who would put her hand up every time to ask a question, who would say yes to lead a particular activity or a task, would boldly put questions out there. So for me, I have seen, I'm not quite sure, I think it might be a cultural thing in my country where a lot of women, um, maybe particularly my age group, so I'm 50, so the persons in the sort of 40, late 40s and over tend to come from a background where we've been taught to be respectful meant you needed to also be quiet.
Yeah.
And I think even in the workplace, we have all these ideas that we want to share, but we are very cautious in how we're sharing it because if we are a bit too energetic, it's actually taken as being aggressive. So there's a very fine line between assertiveness and aggressiveness. And I think many times, um, so many of the colleagues I had would would be very much quieter. And I want to be able to help women recognize that they don't need to be disrespectful, they don't need to be loud, they don't need to use obscene language because that's something I've also discovered. I've noticed now a lot of women are using obscene language, and I think they think it's because it's the right thing to do, or it's the way that they become one of the team, one of the gang,
Yeah,
right?
they feel like they need to be that way or
Yes,
loud
it's
when
a
they
lot
don't
of
need to be.
masculine energy,
Yeah.
the masculine energy. And that's another aspect. I mean, I'm trying to really inspire women to
Yeah.
embrace their feminine energy more.
And I can see how you waited a long time too because you spent almost a long portion of your life being that way person, thinking that it was the right thing to do because you wanted to be respectful. And I can see that.
Yes.
I used to be shy and I knew that being screaming and loud and try to put people down or just always been spotlight wasn't something that people wanted. Like nobody wants to be, around that person who just needs to be like the center of attention. But there's a line, like you said, a fine line between the two. Just be
Mm-hmm.
respectful, just raise your voice a little bit, just be more confident. And sometimes, yeah, we've been told like it's like you gotta be courageous in order to get there, even if you don't want to do it. You gotta be a little bit louder so we can hear you. And I'm the same way. I didn't like being that way. I always hated. I didn't want to put my hand up, you know, in some place, and I was like, oh, please go to the next person.
Yes.
And I'm like, so, you know, but it's hard, but you gotta get there. And you feel kind of like you're like, ah, I still don't like to do it. You know, I still don't really enjoy it, but you have to, and it'll be better for you. It'll be better for the future. Like now, you'll be
Very
more
much.
for anybody in any lines of business, any groups of business, anything that you sell. I think it's always going to be more attractive if a woman is more confident about what she's selling, what she's offering, or what she can bring to you, or energy, like you said. Because
Yes.
if you don't have it, you are going to be on the sidelines. You know, nobody
Correct.
listen to you. Yeah.
Correct. Because the thing is, confidence is, it's not that you're born with confidence. That's the other myth, or the notion that people have, that they look at a confident woman and they just say, well, I'm not like her. You know, she has it. That's what she was born with. No, that's not the case. You can develop that confidence. And I think with the confidence, as you rightly said, it's across all aspects. It's not only for the corporate woman, it's for the business woman as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
even for the housewife or the homemaker, because
Mm-hmm.
she also has to exert that confidence to be the respect in her home, and
Mm-hmm.
to be seen as someone who's a decision maker and has input in every aspect, even like the finances in the home, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen
Yeah.
that many times women who are at home feel that they are very subservient, and they feel that because the husband might be the working one, they don't get a say in how the money is spent,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So confidence, even though my Facebook group is the confident working woman, I
Mm-hmm.
do encourage non-working women also to come into it, because literally the tips and the strategies can be applied to any woman.
Anybody, anyone.
Yeah,
And
and
you're right. If you build there, even if they work, part time, or maybe self-employment, or
yes,
any sort of income, even if they're looking for a job, you need to build that confidence. That way, you're gonna get that interview. You're gonna get those classes you want to do. I mean, everybody
mm-hmm.
has some goals and things they want to do. So if you help them, or let's say, I know you have a Facebook that you have all the things you do your video, and also Alicia is about to set up a YouTube channel, so she's gonna do some videos, and we're gonna try to do a TikTok. So later, if
Yes,
people are going to my TikToks, Melissa Bush 38, you can see the video we'll do later or tomorrow or something, and then you can tell them more about what you can do for them and how you can help them. So
yes,
how would you describe, like, if you have somebody coming to you and say, can you help me? What would you offer to them? Is it an
yes.
hour face to face, or?
So so that's really good, because there's so many opportunities. Women come first. I've had ladies come across that believe that they lack the confidence, and they want to learn how to develop this rock solid confidence. And when they come in and we start to speak about their situation, I then realize it's not just about confidence, but they also maybe need to have more work life harmony. They
Mm-hmm.
need to stop procrastinating. They
Mm-hmm.
need to set boundaries, whether it's in their personal life or their working life. So,
All right, this is going to be part one, and I'm gonna set part two